Hello to who's in the chat, or not in the chat. Well, I guess you are in the chat. There's just no words in the chat. See, two. Ella was just barking at some dogs walking by. You can't get down until they're long gone. Don't need you chasing. Stay here. In order to see the fish guys, I had to remove most of the duckweed, which is really funny. It's in a tub next to me. Um, Completely covering that surface. Couldn't enjoy my fish anymore because it just spread like wildfire. So I scooped out a bunch, and then I had to fish out some small fish because as I was scooping out duckweed, I was occasionally scooping out fish. And then I had to reclaim them because the tub that the excessive duckweed is in is not filtered. So the fish can't stay in there. You hear the cat? I hear the cat. So I was like, I hear a cat. Looks like my Corey is doing laps. One side to the other side. He gets to the duckweed over there. Oh, nope, it's turned around early. Now he's just going from one end to the other. Not even going to the duckweed. From one end to the other end. Oh, now we went to the duckweed. So we turn around and go back. Come down the side. Oh, actually came to the duckweed on the other side. Are we turning around and going back? Yes, we are. Oh, 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 we lost him. Oh. Hey, David. It's the duckweed. Yeah, I moved most of the duckweed to the tub, to a different tub because I couldn't see my fish anymore. But I'm happy to see that they're alive. They're still doing good. Not really minnows, they're guppies, but same difference, I suppose. That albino one that keeps going back and forth up the side there is my Cory cat. All right, I suppose. Bella, are you still here? Yes, guppies, and there's mollies in there. And I think I still have a plotty. A couple of my plotties didn't make it. There's a plotty. I believe I still have a male and female swordtail in there. Um, Definitely my fancy guppies, and then there's Endler guppies, and my little baby Pleco, and my Cory cat. The Cory cat is doing all the laps. I'm like, oh, don't jump out. That's not good. Zipping along the edge there. The albino Cory cat. Every now and then one of the gup. There he is. Every now and then. Yeah, right now you are, I think. Bella, stay here. Bella, stay here. Bella. Bella had to greet some people walking by. This here, it's a sponge filter. You can get them at a pet store or wherever for like, I think I paid like $5 for that. Sponge filters are the cheapest filters you can get for fish. Bella, come back here, please. And it's really like, it's so easy. All I have to do is pull it out to clean it, pull it out, take the bottom off, pull the sponge off, rinse out the sponge, snap it back together, put it back in, and it goes again. Yep, it's my outdoor fish tub. I don't want to dig up the ground and do an in-ground pond, but this is the next best thing. A lot of people in the fish community, the fish hobby, have fish tubs rather than in-ground ponds. Some have both. And this is my very, very first fish tub. Bella, come here. Come here. I said, come here. Kelsey. Thank you. And there is a heater in there just because when it cools down, I mean it's temperature regulated, so it's not going to overheat the water. And when it reaches the temperature it's set at, it kind of shuts itself off. So it just keeps a steady temperature for the fish. Sometimes like the sun itself, during the day will warm it, but like when it goes away, and at night, the temperature will drop, obviously. So the heater is there to prevent that from occurring. Stop trying to jump out. Every now and then he leaves the water, and I think is that my, I don't know what you are. Are you a guppy or a female swordtail? You might be the swordtail. Trying to jump out. No jumping out. My neighbors got two turtles living in there. Stop! Do you see that? I don't know if you see that fish trying to jump out. Let me move this over. I keep hearing it hit the side of the tub. Two turtles living in their in-ground concrete pool. Wow. At night, I actually put this lid that's back here. I lay it on top and I just leave the sides exposed for air and stuff, but I put the lid on because it helps. Like if it were to rain at night, I don't want the tub to overflow. So it just protects them at night. And during the day, they were, with all the duckweed that was in there, they were safe from predators because you couldn't see them at all. That's why I took a bunch out, because I couldn't even enjoy my own fish anymore because I couldn't see them. Hey, Misha. How you guys doing? Bella, stay here, please. The cat's in the house meowing. She's mournfully meowing. Please give me some cat treats. And then in there somewhere is my crawfish. I think he's kind of under here, under the duckweed, under that moss. He likes to hide in there. It's going. It's going. It has not been a good time lately, especially the last couple days. But one day at a time. How was your birthday, Misha? I'm sorry I didn't make it to your birthday stream. I have to figure out something to get for my husband for his birthday. His birthday's on the 26th, and he's really hard to buy for. I mean, he likes fancy knives and swords and things like that. He also is big into sports Chicago teams, but a lot of the time that stuff is expensive. So I'm not made out of money. And I want to use what money, like my extra money. I don't want to use the bank account money because then he knows where I've shopped. Where's the surprise in that? So, trying to think of something that I can actually afford to get him. That's so cool he was there. My son is trying to give me a heart attack because now, for the second time in a couple of months, he's had a car accident. And I'm like, dude, I am I already have gray hair. I don't need more gray hair. But he had just bought his new car in the last couple of months, and now he doesn't have it anymore because he totaled it. So, and it's not like he's recklessly driving. In this second instance, he actually fell asleep. So I told him, please don't drive when you're extra tired. And if you weren't tired when you started and you get tired while you're driving, do something to keep yourself awake, even if you have to call me and talk to me on the phone. That's true. I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, so he's pretty upset that his new car is gone. Um, Not to mention being the second. Yeah, that's my main thing. It was my first question, is he okay? Because my ex messaged me um, and told me about it. Um, I could care less about the car, all things considered. But now that he's 19 years old, and um, this is his second car totaling incident in a couple of months. He's going to be lucky if the insurance company doesn't drop him. So I don't know. I don't know. Right now, he's using one of his dad's beaters to get to and from work and stuff. But I was like, please stop giving me a heart attack. I said, one of these days you're not going to walk away from an accident, and I'm not going to be good with that. Now that I've moved the camera so you could see that one fish trying to jump out, it's not trying to jump out anymore. Go figure. So down here, you see that little spot, little orange spot on the cord? Well, now he moved. That's my bristlenose pleco. He's just a baby. He moved now. I can't see him, so I'll have to point him out again when he comes back into view. I'm so glad that he's still alive, though. The last baby bristlenose pleco I got didn't make it. So this guy's been going well. He's like hopping around right around in here. But the ripples from the water makes it hard for you to see him. Yeah, I haven't heard from her either. I hope she's okay. I see him. He's right there, but you can't see him because of the rippling water. Dang water. That's my Cory cat that my albino Cory cat that keeps going back and forth here. He does laps. There he goes. Here he comes back. There he is. See him? He's right there. My little baby pleco. He's very small. He's maybe an inch. Maybe. He's got a lot of growing left to do, but he's a baby. But he does a very good job cleaning up. There he is. Cleaning up in there. He's right there. Little baby pleco. And I have a feeling we're going to lose our Jack Dempsey soon. That's in the house, our biggest fish. Their lifespan is about 10 years, and he's approaching that. I mean, I think he's still technically got a couple of years, but he's starting to act not right. So I have a feeling we're going to be losing him here soon to old age. He was indestructible, that fish. It didn't matter how many illnesses swept through the tank, taking the lives of other fish. He always recovered or didn't get sick at all. Indestructible fish. Yeah, the breed name is a Jack Dempsey, and so my husband is not creative, and he just named him Jack, so we just call him Jack. But yeah, he's kind of staying at the bottom of the tank right now, which is a normal thing for him to do, but he's kind of doing it sideways now, and that's not normal. So I think we're going to have to get ready to lose him. We've had him for 8 years. So, and the lifespan is about 10 years. That's the longest I've ever had a fish without it dying. And then our convict that's in the same tank is about 5 years old, was born in the tank. Yeah, 8 years is pretty good. He's huge. He's about the size of my hand. Bigger if you include the tail. And he was just a little guy when we got him. And then we have, you need a new muffler. Then we have a Venestus cichlid that's probably a good 4 years old. But yeah, Jack, my husband said that he'll be upset when Jack dies because like we've never had a fish last 8 years. So that's an accomplishment. My two goldfish in the house I've had them 2 years now, and they're still going. As long as they stay healthy, they got plenty more years in them. That would be cool. Yeah, I have two goldfish in the living room that I've had for 2 years now. I had another one in there that lasted a year before he died. I'm not sure what happened, but he didn't make it. The other two are still going. So, and the fish tank has been an enjoyable cat television for many years. Yeah, that fish doesn't want to jump out anymore. I moved it so because he was doing it over here. Moved the camera so you could see it happen, and now it's not going to do it. Figures. Figures. This is a male guppy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Male guppy. Um, Male guppy. Females are hard to tell apart. There's a lot of these littler fish. They're a mixture of Endler guppies and baby fancy guppies. Um, Obviously my Cory cat that's doing laps. There he goes back. There he goes. He's a busy guy. Busy guy. And of course, now there's my bristlenose pleco over here. He moved from here to here. He's so tiny. He cleans all the algae off of everything. His favorite places to be are on the cords and the heater and the sponge filter. They're his favorite places to hang out. And I know that I have, yep, a Plecostomus. Yep, bristlenose Plecostomus. He's just a baby. He's right there. He's one of the smaller breeds of pleco. Um, he's not going to get as big as like the common pleco or anything like that. But yeah, he's just a baby. We have common plecos in our tanks in the house. When they get too big, we'll have to swap them out for smaller ones. But and they're both a few years old as well. But the bristlenose doesn't get as big, so he'll be fine in here even when he's full grown. But where did he go? Not sure. Oh, he's still over here. He's somewhere in there. Down there. Yeah, the common plecos get very big. Bristlenose, usually about 5 inches or something. Not as big. They're a smaller breed, but there are a lot of plecos that get very large. And then my crawfish is in there somewhere. I think he's right there, actually, under the moss. Every now and then he'll come. Yep, that's him right down there. Right in here. He's a blue crawfish. I don't know if he'll come out any further than that so you can see him. He was out quite a few times today, actually. But right now he's hiding under the moss. Ooh, yum. Do you batter it when you fry it? I like battered fish for some reason. Adds to the flavor, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Got a mixture of birds and crickets and cicadas making noise out here tonight. And my wind chimes. Love my wind chimes. It took me a long time to find nice wind chimes. I couldn't find any anywhere. I'm like, really? Even at the garden centers at like Walmart and stuff. This where I got that is the Walmart garden center, but there was just one. Luckily, it was one I liked. But I'm like, how are there no chimes anywhere? Saltwater, cornmeal mix, saltwater fish eye batter. We have a really good seafood place nearby. I actually used to work at it, and they're most famous for their Alaskan pollock fish. That's really good. It's the first time I've ever had it, and I actually really like it. But they also serve salmon and cod and catfish and tuna. Um, but I usually get the Alaskan pollock. It's really good. I've had it both battered and just like fried in butter or whatever, or some other seasonings without the batter. Yeah, I like them. I'm glad that I finally found some. But I was like looking all over the place for chimes, and I'm like, how do you guys not have chimes? Boy, that Cory cat is getting his exercise in today. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It depends on the seafood for me, I guess. I've never had lobster, so I've heard that it's salty. I would like to try it. Hey, Bella. Bella, 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 come back. He wants to go bark at the neighbor. Hang on. Bella. Oh, golly. She's always got to greet the neighbor. I love my Cory cat. Bella, come back here, please. I want to get a few more different ones. I mean, he's albino. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of. I think I threw another one in there. Maybe he didn't make it. I'm pretty sure I had another one. Maybe he's down there. It's just hard to see. I'm wondering if that is not him down there. No, that's not him. I wonder if he didn't make it. I forgot that I had got a second one. There's a few others wouldn't mind getting. Yeah, I just reminded myself that I had gotten a second one, but I don't know. I don't, blah, 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 blah. Haven't seen him. Maybe the crawfish got him. Never know. Um, a Cory cat is basically a Coryodora catfish. Cory is just short for Coryodora. So it's a Coryodora catfish, and they're bottom feeders for the most part. Um, but a lot of people just call them Cory cats. And there's a bunch of different patterns. There's like the albino, there's a panda, there's a salt and pepper kind of thing. Yeah, they don't get very big. But never know. Sometimes it's possible that the crawfish got them, because I did have a dwarf frog in here at one point, and the crawfish got him. So you never know. He might have gotten too close. Or he's just down there and I don't recognize him because he blends into everything, which is entirely possible. They're not like a pleco. They don't necessarily clean the tank like a pleco, but they'll any of the food that is uneaten, like if I feed them and the other fish don't finish up all the food, and it sinks to the bottom, he'll eat that. So they come in handy just cleaning up the bottom of any food that was uneaten, basically. The pleco, on the other hand, will go around and clean the algae off of things that are in there. And I know that there's algae on the sides because I can tell. It's got a film on it, which, if that was in a tank, it would look nasty. But in a tub outside, it's not as big a deal because it's food for the pleco. Gouramis are cool too. The kitty, he went to the animal shelter. I brought him to the animal shelter. I had to sign a paper that basically signs away my rights to him. Like I surrendered him. So I could probably look on the website to see if he's listed after they've checked. Like, he's probably not listed yet. They're going to make sure he's healthy and everything before they put him up for adoption. But he'll be put up for adoption if he's healthy enough. I'm just glad I got him off of the street. Didn't want him. He was so small. I didn't want him to get run over by a car or picked up by a hawk, and he was just following me on the walk. So he stayed with me while I was just like sitting in the park trying to get him to get used to me, because at first he wouldn't let me touch him at all. So Bella, come back here, please. Nope, nope, nope. Bella, come here. Bella, hey, you already saw them. But yeah, he wouldn't. He was following me and getting really close, but if I reached out to touch him, he wouldn't let me. He would back off. He would hiss. Bella was making him nervous, which is probably why he was hissing. But then I spent a good hour with him, just kind of trying to get him to trust me. And then he finally let me touch him. And then he was like, "Oh, this isn't so bad." And then he just kept coming back for more. And then he let me pick him up, and I just carried him home, got the carrier, put him in it, and we went to the shelter. So, yep, that was my morning yesterday. But I had intended on going for a walk with Bella, and that ended very, very quickly. We were just down the street when the kitty came around, so we didn't get much of a walk in. Okie dokie. Sounds good. Boy, that Cory is not getting tired, is he? He's like still going. I wish I had that much energy. Go, go, go. Did you guys watch my one video yet to meet Ivy? Ivy is, okie dokie. Ivy is the ferret that I brought home, and she is so sweet. She's got so much personality, and she's so funny. She's a goofball. And now the pleco, he's right there, eating off of the side. But yeah, I just did a short little video today on her. She cracks me up. She's very goofy. Very, very goofy. I gotta sell some duckweed. Like, seriously, I'll show you. But, oh my goodness, my cord. Look at all that. Look at all that. Where it's darker green is because there's layers of it. I've got so much duckweed. Say hi, Bella. So much duckweed. I took all of that out of here yesterday because I couldn't see the fish. Oh no. Take your duckweed back. Put the Yes, I'm outside. This is my outdoor fish pond. Fish tub. Oh no. What's the matter, Shadow? I hear you. They probably hear you too. Meow. What's the matter? He's in the house meowing. Poor cucumber plant. Oh, I should show you. Here. Show you my marigolds. Whoopsie. Here. Let's take the whole stand with me. But I'll show you. Look at all our bushes and trees were taken out. We got to clean all this up. The other side of the car looks like that. And then, like, all of this was all bush. But they left all this trash and stuff here, like these boards. We got to do some landscaping. There's Brinley! So all our house was hidden by trees and bushes. And now it's all gone. But now we got this mess to clean up. But if you look over here, look at this. This is where I had my drawer with my marigolds. And when the roofers came, they wrecked it. And it was just all poured out here. But look, these came back. And then there's some here. This had bloomed, but then my stepson chopped it down. And here's some more. They're just all over the place. Like, I didn't plant any over here. They were all over here. They've kind of spread. So they just decided to come back. There was a tree right there, too. That's gone. Oh, you want to see the fire pit I made? I got some river rock from my son's house that they were going to toss. And I made a fire pit. Look at that. Fire pit here, but it got rusted and stuff, so I just I got too far away from the house. That's all grown in again. But isn't this the stupidest setup? House, garage, backyard? Like, stupid. Stupid. Like, if you've got kids, you can't even watch them in the backyard. It's dumb. Oh no. Oh, am I back? I keep popping in and out. Hope you enjoy that, Doughboy. Oh, looks like Doughboy. Although, I don't know. We'll see. It's entirely possible. Boy, the cat is talkative in the house. Do you hear the cat? What is the matter with you? She's unhappy about something. She's just at the window wailing at me. Did you see that? Did you see that? You see it tried to jump out again? You don't hear the cat? Well, that's good. What do I do if it rains? I have this lid. If I know it's going to be a rainy day and I'm not home, I just do this. Put that citronella plant on top to kind of give it some weight, and it keeps the rain out. It still allows for air, but it keeps the rain out. And I cover it at night too, because if it rains during the night, I want to make sure that it's not going to overflow. So that's what I do when it's a rainy day. And so far it has worked. Look how the tub is bowing out all that water. Move it back over here, see if that fish tries to jump out again. What are you wailing? Poor thing. I'm surprised you can't hear her. Oh no. Yuck. Nasty. Don't you claw the screen. Don't you claw the screen. Nails out. Nails out the screen. Missy. Hey, stop clawing the screen. Oh, TMI, TMI. Shadow, stop on the screen. Come here, beat you. If you think that's getting you any treats, you're sorely mistaken. Yeah. Hey, get your nails out of the screen. Are you stuck now? Hang on, guys. I'm going to go rescue the cat from the screen. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Rescued her. She definitely had a nail stuck in the screen. How many rats do I have now? I have 7. Um, one of them I lost, obviously. I lost Lexi. I lost Shiloh. Mocha went to live with my son because he lost Clemency. And that meant Riley was alone, so he brought Mocha home. So technically, I would have been down rats. But then I took on 2 more from my coworker. But I'm not going to have them for very long because they're both really old. They're definitely showing their age. Yeah, she had one of her nails stuck in the window screen. But, so yeah, still 7 rats. But I think because of the issues that I'm having at home, my leopard gecko is going to go live with a friend of mine. Um, I'm going to rehome the guinea pigs and one of my ball pythons, just to shrink the collection down a little bit. I don't want to, but the issue basically is, um, I'm trying to be quiet now. My stepson is here and he has not been pulling his weight. He's not been keeping a job, and my husband has not been kicking him out. So, the conversation came up that he was enabling him, and he didn't like that. And, so we fight about it, and he's never here. So, I'm like, I didn't sign up for living with a 23-year-old who doesn't do anything. So, I basically told him a couple of days ago, either he goes or I go. And I didn't want it to come to that. I don't like ultimatums, but I can't live like that anymore. So, rehoming some of my animals will make it easier for me to leave if I have to leave. He doesn't want me to leave. At first, when he was mad, he didn't like that I told him that. He said, you shouldn't have threatened me about leaving. But I was like, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you how I feel about this. And at first, he was so angry. He was just like, well, then go. So it hasn't been a good few days. And so I was like, well, I'll start making, I said, if you really want me to go, I'll start making plans. I'm going to need some time to rehome some animals because I'm not going to be able to take them all with me. And, figure some things out. Well, now that he's calmed down, he said he doesn't want me to go. He says he'll kick him out, but like he told me yesterday, you win. And I'm like, I don't want to win, but, something has to change. Something has to be done. And I said, he needs help that you can't provide him. At this point, he's been here since December, and all he's learned is that he can keep doing what he's doing because there's no consequence. No, he hasn't. So that's why I was like, that's it. I can't do it anymore. I said, I love you, but I can't do it. So, he did say he didn't want me to go, and he did say he'd kick him out, but we'll see. Like, it's still going to be up in the air now if I'm going, because something has to change. Like, my stepson literally, I don't know if you can hear me, but he literally slept until 4:30 p.m. Like, for what reason? I want to throw ice water on him. Like, I don't want him here. So it's either him or it's me at this point. And I don't like to say that, but I'm miserable. So, yeah. Do you see that fish? Do you see him trying to jump out? Turd. So at this point, right now he's not home. Who? My stepson? No, he doesn't work at all. He had just gotten a job. His sister got him a job, and he attended 2 out of 6 days, and then he quit. So, yeah, he's literally doing nothing here. But yeah, I'm not good with it. I'm not good with it anymore. I didn't sign up for this part. I told my husband, I said, I married you, not your stepson, not your son. He's 23. There is no reason for this. So it's him or it's me. Just the way it is now. So it's been a rough couple of days. Like I told him, my mental health is slipping because it's the stress and anxiety. I don't even like being in my own house. So, oh, the water temperature here, it's probably 75, 80, something like that. Probably between 75, 70 and 80, something like that. Between the temperature that the sun makes it or outdoors makes it. Plus I have the heater just to help regulate it. I think I have it set at 75. Oh, hey, Carrie. Carrie, everybody. This is Carrie, and I used to work with her, and she's my friend. She's like my adopted daughter. She is my in real life friend, and she has let me come over and vent so many times. Hi, Carrie. I didn't know. When did you get here? Yes, she used to work at the store with me, but now she's quit, and she actually works at the animal clinic where my dogs and cats go. She is a vet tech. You've been here for a hot minute. You're eavesdropping on me. How are you feeling? I know Carrie's been sick, you guys. So, how are you feeling? How do you like my tub, Carrie? Although you've seen it in pictures. You're lonely being sick. Is Keegan working today? I should probably know that because I looked at the schedule, but there's so much fun, Carrie. And like, I have not done an actual water change in here. I just keep squeezing that out. And like the filth in here is basically, it's just from the Java moss. And of course, the 2 suction cups from the heater that fell off. But it's not doing too bad. Everything is still alive. The crawfish is down in there hiding under the moss. Oh, I will. I will. These are some cool ladies, Carrie. Misha is, I'm trying to remember, you're in, oh, I feel horrible now. You're in Kansas? Are you in Kansas? I forget. That's terrible. Kathleen is in Texas. I'm awful. I've got an old brain. And Misha just had a birthday a few days ago. It's Carrie's birthday on Thursday. That's right. Yes. Yes. My sister-in-law lives in Kansas, and yeah, you're near her. At least I remembered. I may not have been sure, but I remembered. Is it Doughboy's birthday Tuesday? Well, cool. Is Mrs. Green Thumb having a birthday party for him too? I didn't get one. My birthday was in April. Technically, I guess I had one last year because that was when she did the spotlight on me on all the animals. We did that on my birthday. Can you believe that that was a year ago? Over a year ago? No, he's not her. No, he's not her favorite. Apparently, I'm not either because I didn't get a party. Ooh, Kathleen is singing happy birthday. Yeah, doesn't it? She hasn't done a spotlight for a while. We did several of them last year. That just seems weird. Like, is that what you did? Because I would feel weird being like, hey, have a birthday party for me. Have a birthday stream. And actually, I said earlier that a friend was going to be taking my leopard gecko, that would be Carrie. That would be Carrie. She's got several leopard geckos. She's addicted to leopard geckos. And Keegan has, how many snakes have you guys got? Like 18 snakes? You guys think that I have a lot of snakes? Not even close. They've got like 18 snakes in the house. And geckos and yeah. Uh, so somebody else must have asked. Or she was doing one and then she sensed your envy. Oh, yeah. Oh! So, yeah, 18 snakes, 6 leopard geckos, 3 giant day geckos, 2 house geckos, not ours, and many more things. Yeah, if you and Keegan want, it's gonna be my smallest one. I want to keep Lucille and Keena, but if you want my smallest one, you can have her too. She's finally eating live prey. Um, it's not scaring her. Well, I would hope so, because I come over. Gotta check on my babies. Aw, poor Petunia. And then I don't know if you can get Harley to eat crickets, but she she's too lazy. She gets Tong fed her super worms. She used to chase the worms, but now she's just like, feed me. Yes, it's a good bunch of ladies in here. David Rice was in here earlier. He just disappeared. He asked about the sponge filter, and then when I answered him, he never said anything else. I don't think maybe he went out to go get one. It's like, oh, you can get those at any pet store. I'm gone. Really? Huh. Yeah, she used to eat the crickets and then she stopped chasing them. And then I was doing the super worms because they weren't as quick. Now she's just like, if I end up dropping it in there, she just kind of watches it walk away. And I'm like, are you serious? Have to tongue feed her. He's probably napping. I bored him to death. Well, I definitely needed this. I wasn't sure if I was going to be very talkative or not because it's just been kind of a blah. I've just been blah. No, he's just old. But I definitely needed it. I actually brought some cards out here. I bought a game a few weeks ago that I haven't done anything with yet, but I bought Family Feud. And there's a bunch of cards in here with the different questions, the survey questions and stuff. I brought that out here just in case, but he would probably agree with you, though. I'm assuming Dorothy's rude. I'm assuming Dorothy still lives in Kansas. Have you seen her, Misha? Uh-oh. Yeah, I think it's fun. I used to look things up on the computer to play it, oh, there's the crawfish. He came out to play. See, he's blue. Oh, you have the Family Feud board game? Yeah, I can bring it over, Carrie. I also have Wheel of Fortune in card version. I could do. I still have the You Are a Liar card game thing, where I read off a statement or whatever, a fact, or a wannabe fact, and you have to guess whether it's true or false. That's always been fun. I used to, I think it's been like over a year, maybe 2 years since I did that. But that was always fun. I always kept score, kept track of everybody's correct answers, and then I usually did like a shout out. If whoever won would get a channel shout out or something. It's usually what I would do when I used to play it with everybody. With which one, Carrie? Hey, Mr. Crawfish. He's just walking around, going for his evening walk. Oh yeah, you are a liar. It's a fun game though. Look at that crawfish is out for his evening stroll. Oh, it's going the other way. There's Nana, aka Mrs. Green Thumb. We were just talking about how last year on my birthday was when we did the spotlight on me. You did a spotlight on me on my birthday last year. Yep. There's guppies, mollies, a Cory cat, a baby bristlenose pleco. There's a crawfish in there that just finished walking across the screen. There has been a fish trying to jump out over here several times. He's being a little turd, trying to escape the tub. Crawfish is right here now. He's right there. Yeah, he's right. You gotta look, literally look. He's right over here, so he's kind of blending into the moss right now. Move this a little bit. There he is. Right here. He's blue. He's a blue one. I don't know if he'll move or not. He was just way over there. Right here. Right here. He's blending into the moss. Right there. Oh, now the ripple of the water is going to make it harder. There you go. He's moving. He's right here. There he goes. There he's walking. There he is. Like, fine, I'll show myself. Wouldn't it just be a kick in the butt if he severed that cord, pinched it in half? There he goes. Yeah, he's hiding again. Did you see him? Oh, he's going to come back around. He's coming out this way. Or he started to. He changed his mind because I said something. How? How did you not see him? I pointed him out and everything. Good grief. Right here. Oh, ripples. Right here. But he had come out all the way over here and came back around. Right here. I'm pointing. Right here. There he is. He's moving. See him? See? Right here. Right here. Put on your glasses. Right here. There he goes. He's right here. He's out in the open. Right here. Oh, there he is. Right there. Right there. Right there. He's going to go back in the moss now. There he is. There he is. Oh, he's staying out for a little bit longer. Like, has she seen me yet? Can I hide? Can I go away yet? Yeah, he does. He's a very pretty blue. It's just hard to see when he's down there. Eh. And then I took out the majority of the duckweed because it spread so much that I couldn't even see the fish anymore. There was just like a circle here where the bubbles come out that was open because the bubbles were pushing it back. But that was the only open place. Everything else was just covered in duckweed. Couldn't even see the fish. So yesterday I scooped out most of it. Yeah, little pond / tub outside. Yep. And maybe I'll show you too. Remember when I said that my marigolds reseeded? I'll show you those. What am I stuck on? A plant. So, excuse my yard. We just had things pulled. Like a tree was here that we pulled. We had bushes here on either side of the driveway that were pulled. We got to re-landscape now. All this was bushes, overgrown bushes. We pulled. All in the front, like this was all closed in by bushes and stuff. So we got to like clean up all this crap. But over here, I had my drawer of marigolds right here. There's the dirt from that was in the drawer. But when we had roofers come and do our roof, they broke it. So the dirt was left there. The drawer is gone. But these came back. And there's 2 blooms. And then over here, now that this one had bloomed and it got cut down, my stepson whacked it down. And then way over here, like they just all spread out. So pretty nifty that they came back. And then all the weeds. Yeah, we do. It's just now that we do plan on doing something with it now that the trees and the bushes are gone. The bushes were so overgrown. There was no way to make it look nice. So we finally paid money to have it all pulled out. The package that I got my seeds in said dainty marigold and petite marigold. I think it was petite and dainty is what the package said. I'll have to relook at it. So when I was showing you the marigolds, there was somebody walking by on the sidewalk looking at me like I lost my mind. So I was talking to myself. But yeah, now that the bushes and the trees are gone, we're going to have to landscape it, which I don't know how long that's going to take. because my husband's never here. I mean, he's maybe here a couple of days on the weekend, unless he has to work over that. Um, so it's going to probably be a while, unless he has, like, hires a landscaper to come and do it, which is a possibility. I'd be good with it, because then I don't have to do the work. And that Cory cat goes again, doing his laps. That tail swishing furiously as he swims. There he goes. Lost him. Where'd he go? Where did you go? Oh, he's over here. I think he's coming back. Are you coming back? There he is. Bring. There he goes. Here he comes back. He's been doing that forever. Like, he has energy. Here he comes back again. Oh, did you change your mind? There he is. Oh, he keeps turning around before he gets him all the way into view. I basically, at night and when it's raining, I put it on like this. So it just sits like that, so there's still air. And I'll put that's my citronella plant, and I'll stick it on top of here so it kind of holds it down. That's what I do at night when at the end of the day, I'll come out here and I'll put that on. And then if it's raining during the day, I leave it on, just because I don't want it to get all, I don't want it to overflow when it rains. And so far it's been working. So, oh, see, that was going to be my concern too. The nice thing was, when the duckweed was taking over, it would hide them so that, you know, predators aren't going to see them. But I also couldn't see them and enjoy them, so that's why I removed most of the duckweed. But even with that, I didn't like throw it away. It's in another tub. And then this will still spread, as well as the other tub. So I need to start giving away some duckweed. It very much enjoys being out here as much as it has grown. The moss is supposed to grow and spread too, but it hasn't done it as, I think it has a little bit, but not near as much as the duckweed has. There's my crawfish. I wouldn't mind an in-ground pond, but then I would still worry about, well, then you got to dig up the ground first of all, and that's work. And then I would worry about overflow. So, you know, a lot of people in the fish community will still do, just instead of in-ground ponds, they'll do fish tubs. So back there is a fish tuber. Her name is Rachel O'Leary, and she has, her entire basement is tanks, but it's also her business. Nope, the fish don't eat the duckweed. Now, if I had snails in here, they would. But the fish do not eat the duckweed. They basically use it as a cover. They'll stay protected under it, and they'll also go into the moss as well. Like when they're having babies and stuff, they'll have their babies in the moss. There's my crawfish. But Rachel O'Leary not only has I don't even know how many fish tanks in her basement that she runs her business out of, but she also in the summer does a lot of fish tubbing. Yep, I feed them. Today they got just regular fish flakes. Yesterday they got mysis shrimp, frozen thawed mysis shrimp and bloodworms. Today they got the flakes. Tomorrow they'll probably get the shrimp and bloodworms again. And anything that sinks, um, the Cory will eat, the crawfish will eat, anything that sinks that the other fish don't eat. But when I do feed them, the guppies and that always come to the top to start chowing before it ever hits the bottom. And earlier today, I took the sponge filter out and I detached it and I cleaned it out, rinsed it out, squeezed it out, and then put it back in so it can continue sucking up filth. Looks like some of the moss kind of got sucked over. I think it's mainly just because I did decide to go live. It was just a very blah day. I have not been in a very good mood, stressed, anxiety, stuff like that. And then I was like, I want to go live, but at the same time, I don't want to go live because I don't feel talkative and yada, yada, yada. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. And then I did, there's my pleco right there, baby. It's a baby. Get out of the way, duckweed. Baby bristlenose pleco right there. He does a good job. Um, but I did go ahead and get that ferret. I got it for a little cheaper than I had originally said. And my last video that I posted is of her, if you want to go and look at her. Her name is Ivy, and she is sweet, sweet, sweet. She's a goofball, so full of personality. I love her. Yep, there's my baby bristlenose. Right in there. Every time I point, the duckweed gets in the way. There he is. Because I'm talking about my animals. I think that's what it is. Talk about my animals, and I'm in my happy place. She has. Um, she's kind of done it playfully because earlier, or actually in the video, when Bella growled at her, I think she did kind of hiss back a little bit, but she was still doing it playfully. It was right before she kind of flopped off the bed when you watch the video. If I rewatch it, I swear I think I heard her hiss too. But she's so fun. She's a lot of fun. I got her a little tiny ball pit. Um, it's a ferret ball pit, so it's just like one of those pop-up enclosures or whatever, and then it's got some plastic balls in there so she can play in the ball pit. She's got a stuffed ferret head. Fine, it's kind of morbid. Stuffed ferret head that squeaks, and she's already kind of destroyed that. There's stuffing sticking out of it. She's got a tiny little tennis shoe. She's got a baby rattle. They like things that squeak and rattle. Um, and one of the ferrets we had at work really enjoyed a tiny little Kong, like a dog Kong, one of the smallest ones you can get. I might get her one of those because you can stuff that with treats too. I could stuff some of her freeze-dried minnows in it. I had a gyro for dinner, and I ripped off a piece of the lamb meat because she can eat lamb. I ripped off a piece of the lamb meat that didn't have any sauce on it and gave that to her. She enjoyed that. They're strictly carnivores, so they need a high protein diet, and they get that protein from meat. They can't have it in any other form. It's got to be all meat protein. So she has freeze-dried minnows for treats. She can have a raw or hard-boiled egg occasionally for a treat, because it's still good protein, but she still needs the majority of her protein from meat. So she can have like chicken, lamb, um, stuff like that. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. She loves to play. Loves, loves, loves to play. And I have a litter box in her cage to try and litter box train her. She has gone in the litter box. You'll see in the video there's poop in there. And I had cleaned out the rest of the cage, but left the poop in the litter box because I want her to know that that's where she needs to go. And of course, in the video, she pooped like in front of the litter box, a couple inches outside of it. I'm like, yeah, missed. So after the video, I just cleaned it up. Crawfish is on the move. Ooh, a leg of lamb. I've never actually had a leg of lamb. I would I wouldn't really know what to do with it either. Although at this point I could probably just rip the meat off of it and feed it to her. Some people will actually get feeder mice and stuff, live feeder mice, and give them to their ferrets. And I'm like, oh, can't. It's hard enough to give my snakes their live rodents, let alone a ferret. Blah! No, 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 no. Not doing it. Not to mention, even if I wanted to do that, I don't know how I would give it to her. Yeah, Nana, what should, I just yawned. Woo. What should Kathleen do with her leg of lamb? Oh, the crawfish is climbing on the sponge filter. You see that? Right there. Kathleen needs to know what to do with the leg of lamb she was gifted. You see him? He's blue. Can you see his color? Yeah, I don't think I was gonna say I don't think I've ever had lamb, but I just had a gyro today with lamb meat. Hello? But never lamb on a bone. I'm sorry, guys. You already ate today. Hey, Mr. J, how are you? I'm impressed that because the sun went down, I'm impressed that you guys could still see in here really well because it's a lot darker in person to me than it is for you in here. Good. Glad to hear it. Hmm. What can we do with a leg of lamb that nobody's gonna eat? That is the question. Uh-oh. No buffering. Oh, my phone is not charging. There we go. I'll feed you in the morning. Yeah, they're like, is she feeding us? Sorry, guys. Tomorrow you get the good stuff. Yes, battered fish. I was saying earlier that the fish place that I used to work at serves, well, they serve different kinds of fish, but they're most famous for their Alaskan pollock, and it's really good. There's my crawfish again. Yeah, it's just a matter of like, you can accept it, but then what are you going to do with it if you don't eat it? Like, she'll be offended if you just like didn't do anything with it too. Be like, I really appreciate it. That's so sweet of you, but we really don't eat lamb, so give it to somebody who will actually use it. I don't know. I mean, sounds good and all, but I don't even think would have the guts to say it. Ooh, the place that I worked at cuts it into it has like thin strips of it, so I like it. They'll cook it different ways. You can get it battered, you can get it cooked in different seasonings, butter, just butter, or like Cajun style, or whatever, like a Cajun seasoning, things like that. You can get it a few different ways. My favorite is when it's battered, but I have had it buttered. That is a good idea. Shelter or soup kitchen or whatever. That's crazy. 13 caterpillars and 3 eggs. I still need to go. I need to find some milkweed. I know, like, I have a feeling I know where some is, but it's along a busy street, and I wouldn't necessarily be able to stop there. I need to find some and then dig up a couple of milkweeds and bring them home. I'm catching up to you and pets. Yeah. Boy, the crawfish really is out for a stroll tonight. What are the fur like the really fuzzy caterpillars that we look like little teddy bears? What are those? What do they turn into? I used to play with those as a kid. Those fuzzy ones. There were yellow ones with spots on their backs and black head and butt. Those were the most common that I would find, or the big fuzzy orange ones. I used to always play with those when I was younger. Now I think I'd be weirded out if one of them crawled on me, but I picked them up all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, I should probably do that because, yeah, they were. I haven't seen one like that in a long time, but I used to play with them a lot when I was a kid. I was a tomboy. I was always in the dirt catching frogs and toads and caterpillars, and I had some tadpoles that I'd seen. Like, I guess I got out of a swamp pond area and brought them in the house, and they turned into little frogs. They dropped their tails, grew their legs, and then I let them go. Ew! I don't even remember what I fed them. I think I just got lucky that they didn't starve to death. But I had a passion for animals even back then. I saved a mouse from a cat, kept him in an ice cream bucket. It was very, very, very sad when I got back from church because it had rained while we were at church and the bucket filled with water and my mouse drowned. That was devastating to me. But here I saved him only to kill him. Oh, you got your first chrysalis? Yay! First cocoon. So when they form their cocoons, you're putting them outside? Huh? I don't know. What are you missing? No, I don't think so. Besides me. I mean, Kathleen said something about the fuzzy caterpillars crawling over her feet. Mr. J just said if I was to get a pet, I would either choose between a snake or a frog. I'm assuming you mean frog. Have to see how things work out. Both will be fairly low maintenance, which is nice. Do do do. The cicadas are talking. Oh, and then background noises, background people. Oh, Misha. Oh, the crawfish got on top of the sponge filter. Hello, Mr. Crawfish. He needs a name. I can't name the fish because there's too many and I wouldn't be able to tell them apart, but he could use a name. Fred. I, I don't know. Calvin. No, not Calvin. He's so pretty. Love the blue. Other colors we've had at work are white ones. We've had mainly we get like the either snow or vanilla, white ones or blue ones. I wouldn't mind getting a white one. I wonder if they'd live together okay. I would imagine so if I got a white one. Do you want a friend there, Mr. Bluey? Guess I can name you Blue. But I already have a Blue. I have my convict is named Blue. He's really fast. Like he may look like he moves very, very slowly, but if I were to put my hand in there, he would be a blur. So, I mean, I probably could if I could catch him, but he's very fast. Our white one at work was kind of laying on his side or whatever. He wasn't moving. I thought he was dead. I was like, excuse me, we've got a dead crawfish over here. So he was like, well, get the net and scoop him out. So I went and got the net and I opened up the top and I put the net in there and it was like, pew, he was gone. He wasn't dead. He scared the crap out of me because he moved really quickly. Yeah, for the most part. Well, I went down to 2 days a week, but I still have yet to work 2 days a week. I worked last Monday, then I worked my Friday and Saturday that I asked for, and then I worked Sunday. So far, I'm sticking to my 2 days a week this week. I haven't worked this week yet. Friday will be my first day, but I did work last Monday and then my Friday and Saturday and then Sunday. So I may have went down to 2 days a week, but until this week, maybe I can get through this week only working the 2 days. Don't listen to her. Plug your little ears if you have any. She will not eat you. I might I might get a white one to go in here too. I got no, luckily still get, a discount on them and stuff because this guy was $30. I didn't pay $30, but him and the white one would be $30 for anybody else. I think I paid 22. Still a lot of money for a crawfish, so I'm glad he's still going. I won't eat you, Mr. Crawfish. But he's really pretty. Like, if you could see him, if I could catch him one day and put him in a cup so you could see him close up, I'll try that. It's probably going to be very, very hard to catch him. Like I said, they're lightning fast when they want to stay away from you. But that white one, when I thought he was dead and I'm like getting ready to scoop him out, which I thought would be like the easiest thing in the world, and all of a sudden, boom, he was gone. I was like, woo! And they do molt like other things. Like, it'll, at one point, it's going to look like there's a second crawfish in there because he's going to molt. And it's basically going to look like there's another one in there. For $30, you can get a table full with new potatoes. I was willing to pay the money to get him, though, because he's really cool. So I may still part with the money to get a white one, too. I did enjoy having my dwarf frog in there, but dwarf frogs and crawfish don't mix because my crawfish killed him. I felt so bad. I looked in there a few days after I had both of them, and my frog was decapitated. So I know it was the crawfish. He was just missing his head. Yeah, I'll see if one day I can like get him out with a net or something. Probably it's gonna have to be a net. Just kind of try and catch him and put him in something so you guys can see him close up. My poor little froggy. He was only about that big, little froggy. He met a horrible end. Because of you. You decapitated my frog. Pretty much just like this, except white. This guy's blue. And then we have like completely like snow white crawfish at work too. Gonna basically look exactly like that guy, just white, like a bright white. It's really cool. I'm gonna stop in at work tomorrow to buy more crickets for my Beardy. So when I do, I'll look to see if we have a white one there, and I'll take a picture or video it or something. Yeah, see, there he is. It's still kind of hard to see his color, but he's got a blue tinge. I have to, at this point, the camera is picking it up really, really nicely because you guys, if I don't look in the camera, I can't see anything in the tub. It's the sun is going away, it's getting a little dark. Um let's see. Some of the street lights are on, so it's getting dark. And if I just look in the tub without the camera, I can't see anything in there. I see the fish that are closer to the top, but I can't see the crawfish. Yeah, I can't make out anything in there unless I look in the camera. So the camera's doing a really good job. Yeah, see, If I don't look in the camera, I can't even see. I see like a movement by the sponge filter, but I can't tell what it is without looking in the camera. Oh, little shrimp. I wouldn't mind having some little shrimp, but yeah, they wouldn't make it in here. They basically look like tiny little versions of them. It is, why are you meowing? I gave you treats. Don't you stick your nails in the screen. I will be unhappy with you. I am shocked that you can't hear the cat. Oh, Crawfish is active tonight. I'm not usually out here at this time of day to watch, so maybe he's just always active at this time of night. During the day, earlier in the day, he's usually just hiding in the moss. What cat? My cat is in the kitchen. I'm right by the kitchen window, and the windows are open, and she's sitting in the window meowing. What do you want? Meow. I think she wants me to come inside. Come in the house, Mom. Cory cat is still doing laps. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There he goes. Oh, I've heard of that. I haven't watched it though. I've heard of that though. Hmm. I'll have to look it up. Well, guys, I have been on here for 2 hours and it is getting dark, even though can still see them pretty well, decently. It's getting a little tougher, but it is getting dark. So I'll probably, it's like after 9 o'clock, it's almost 9:30. So I'll probably go ahead and wrap it up and go inside and go through, make sure all of my animals have food and water, and then just watch some TV before I go to bed. So, hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Crawfish came out to say goodbye. And I will talk with you later, guys.